Track Day Specials fully upgraded. Hello everybody and welcome to Opafett Gaming. I am the Opafett. We are driving a Ford GT in our semi-pro track day part of the season in a Track Day Special. We're at the Okutama GP in Japan on the Grand Circuit. We're doing 3 laps. We're driving during the day and we started off in 4th place. Now we dropped back a few, but that's not so bad. These laps are they're gonna take a little bit of time to do. And I like being at the front of the pack because there's a little bit more room on the track and it's not so congested as back. If you start out 22nd, it's really tough because you gotta wait for the whole pack of cars to thin out a little bit to give you enough room that you can actually start passing. Because you can't always do that at the beginning of the race. But now we're in the front, and as long as we keep up with these 5 cars in front of us, which is not going to be an easy task, because this is one high-speed race. Like, it's wild and fast. And we do a little bit of climbing, going up there and swerving back and forth. I'm going to go down, and just got a little bit of everything. Now, we are driving in Grid Legends, which means that a little bit of contact can be expected. And every once in a while, a car might spin out in front of you or slam into the wall, or any sort of number of things can happen and they can take you out. Now this here part of the track, right here where we're going down, is my Achilles heel. I have a hard time going down this section and going at high speed. So I don't really like to be leading the race when I'm in that spot. I prefer to be behind somebody because cars behind me always catch up to me there. Anyhow, we are coming around the corner here and quickly coming to the end of the first lap here as this guy tried to zip by me, but no, not today for him, because the Opafett wants to stay in front of you. And we're coming around the corner here and going to be down by the grandstand. So let's see if we can get past a couple of more cars here. And now we've only got one more in front of us. Now you might think, well, there's a lot of places where we can pass, and then there are a few, but this guy goes pretty quick. And even when there's a place to pass, if he's going fast enough, you can't get by him because you can't stay with him and pass him at such a high speed. So you have to pretty well follow him for a little while, but that's okay. We'll follow him. Our opportunity will come sooner or later because we got, well, probably a little over a lap and a half to go. So we got time. But anyhow, going uphill here like this is not so bad. I don't mind that, but boy, I tell you, this is a very high tempo, high speed race, and it's very hard to drive it. You got to really concentrate. But we're going to do our best because we want to come out ahead when we get to the end. So as we're coming through these here corners, we're going to have that one little corner underneath the bridge, I believe it is, coming up. Just about right here. A little, well, not a bridge, a little tunnel, sorry. And then we go around the corner, and then soon we're going to be in that downward push again. See, now I haven't really had a lot of places where I could pass him, and now I don't want to pass him here because I don't want to be in front of him going down the hill here. So I'll stick with him from behind. We can always pass him by the grandstand, but look how he zips away. Wow, I can't keep up to him because I can't go that quick. But then he slows down again around the corner. And they do a lot. They slow down a lot around the corners, and that's usually where you can catch them. But now there's really no point in doing that, in trying to get by him around the corner, because we got the straight section right by the grandstand. So if we just wait, catch up to him, be right with him, because otherwise you're still not going to be able to get by him. Come on, push the pedal down. And as we come around the corner, you hammer it, and then you can pass him here. However, now that you're in the lead, now you have to set the tempo. And you know, when you got a car in front of you, he's going to go right where he's supposed to because he's going to drive in the optimum lane. And you could follow him in an optimum lane, but now you got to find that yourself. not always an easy thing to do because I'm still learning. I'm not that great at racing. I try to do the best I can, but I make lots of mistakes, and that's okay because that's how we learn. So as we're ripping back up the hill here, we've got just over a 1 second lead, which really isn't a lot. Like I always say, if you can see them in your rearview mirror, they're too close, which means that I gotta keep pushing it 1 second. Wow. Any mistake, anything wrong, any problem, and they zip by you, and the race would then be lost because we're down to about half a lap, I'd say, and then we're done. So we gotta keep it clean and we gotta push, and that lead keeps changing from just under a second. Well, now we're almost up to 2 seconds, so we might be okay, but we still got that one area where I gotta go downhill. And like I said, I always slow right down. Now let's take a look at the counter. Rick Scott is behind us now, 3.5 seconds, okay? 3.5 seconds, and I lose my time real quick through here. See, look at that. We're down to 2 seconds, or I lost 1.5 seconds, and I'm not even through it yet. I gotta keep pushing it because he's gonna catch up to me. We can't afford to let that happen. Anyhow, this is an awesome race. I really enjoyed it. This was a fun one. Quick, fast, and fun. I hope you enjoyed it too, and hope to see you back at OpenFed Gaming again real soon. Until that happens, you've been racing in a Ford GT at the Okutama GP with the OpenFed.